Y'all, it's Crew, also known as Araneae Storm, checking in for the Neptunian series, Neptune in Virgo to be exact. I am your Cosmic Rootwork astrologist specializing in Mars activations as well as North Node and South Node consultations. So if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can hit me up at araneastorm.wix.com/info. You can find me on all social media at araneastorm. I was like, Mars is in Gemini, my Mars is in Gemini, so I'm like, so if it come back, we back. So you can find all my artwork below. You know what I mean? It's getting kind of, it's getting kind of stacked at this point, y'all. So I just kind of like beep, just check me out. You feel me? Check me out. Also to Patreon. By the time y'all see this video, we are moving on to Patreon. Are starting to post more videos on Patreon, so you can also check that out there. So what I'm going to be doing is I will be posting videos because I usually do Tuesdays through I usually post videos Tuesdays through Friday. So Patreon videos will be Saturday through Mondays. And so what I'll do is you'll actually start to see those videos be posted on YouTube, but it'll only be like a little bit of the video before you have to go to the Patreon. So if you want, I just say that to say if you want to see like the whole thing, you feel me, you can go ahead and go to that Patreon account and see what's cracking. I'm also going to be doing lives on Patreon as well too, because we almost at that dizzy thou. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all head over there and say what's up, support the kid, and I appreciate y'all. So nonetheless, let's get into it. Neptune in Virgo. Neptune, first and foremost, let's just talk about it. Well, first of all, I want to say that it was in its detriment. This is in its detriment with Neptune in Virgo here, because it's, Pisces is the ruler, or Neptune rules over Pisces, and so its opposite sign of that will be in its detriment. I want y'all to remember that, like whatever planet it's in. So let's say Jupiter, for example, and we'll talk about all this stuff, so don't think, but just so we're clear. And I feel like Neptune and Virgo generation would appreciate this. So Jupiter is home ruler is Sagittarius. Its opposite sign is Gemini. So if you talk about Jupiter and Sagittarius, and then you talk about Jupiter in Gemini, then Jupiter and Gemini would be in its detriment, if that makes any sense. Like I said, we'll make a whole video about that. So it's in its detriment. The dates that it lasted was from 1928 to 1943, which is around the time of the Great Depression. But we'll talk about that. Let's talk about Neptune. Neptune is, once again, like I said, ruling over Pisces. This is the energy of your subconscious. This is when we talk about the spiritual realm. This is the media. This is where we talk about deceptions, but this is also where we talk about your higher self. The ascendant master energy is the Neptunian. The 12th house is the Neptunian energy. Things that are hidden, things that are unseen, to this material realm. Is when we talk about the Neptunian energy, all right? Connected to God, feeling connected to God, trying to get closer is Neptunian energy, okay? So when we have Neptune in Virgo, this is the energy, like I said, 1928 to 1943. This is around the time of the Great Depression, the last time we had this energy. Many people lost jobs and had to find other forms of work. Spiritual realizations and investigations, into the occult. When we talk about Virgo energy, this is the hidden mystery schools here. This is the 6th house. You know what I mean? Shamanism, use of drugs, healing, spiritual gifts. You feel me? I feel like this is a double whammy, and I feel like I understand the most why, Neptune and Virgo. I don't have a Neptune and Virgo, but just why it would be in its detriment, just the energy in itself. Because Pisces can be very sacrificial and Virgo can be very self-sacrificial. You feel me? So, not to say that these are the energies that naturally make it what it is, but that can be some heavy energy. You feel me? That could be really heavy energy that you're working with when you have a double whammy. Like, you want to care for the world, but then you're caring for the world, but then it's just so much that you're just like, you know what I mean? it all kind of comes crashing down. So this is the purification of the subconscious. Anytime you have Virgo energy in regards to the 12th house, because essentially the 12th house is the death process, when you're exiting out to start a new cycle, which is Aries. So when Virgo comes into the 12th house, or when Virgo comes into Neptunian energy, it's literally clearing everything out. It's clearing it all out. This is also concerned with your health needs. This is definitely an energy of overworking, the generation of overworking, and to eventually, like again, the Great Depression where people lost their jobs. So metaphysical and healing modalities. So people were seeking other, because doctors and things like that, and things were closing at this time. So people were seeking other healing modalities, and Virgo and Pisces, Neptunian energy, are both healing signs. So people were digging into like holistic health and seeking alternative options and ways and modalities of healing. Once again, nature is healing. Herbal remedies was a big thing. I mean, herbal remedies has been a thing before time, but if we want to just start talking about like what really kicked it off in this particular era, herbal remedies was definitely something that came to light when people weren't able to afford or get assistance in the pharmaceutical community. Okay, because the pharmaceutical community is another topic that I'm not going to get into right now. You want to I put in caps, I'll write in caps, but take care of yourself first. Here, to my Neptune and Virgo babies, take care of yourself, all right, before you end up trying to take care of everybody else. The only way that you'll be able to take care of everybody to your best abilities if you are taking care of yourself, getting enough rest. Neptune is sleep as well. Neptune is taking a nap. You feel me? So getting your rest and not diluting or escaping, because this is also escapism when we talk about Neptunian energy, escaping from the world and escaping from your problems by overworking or overdoing it or overthinking and things like that. So definitely want to make sure you want to take care of yourself. But this is also energy that can be very focused, very strategic in its own right. But this is also an energy that uses logic instead of faith. So whereas Neptune just has faith that things are going to turn out for the better, Virgo is more so like, well, I need to be in control, so I know the outcome. It's earth-based. This is a contrast, and this is opposite, because one is in this reality, the 6th house, the mundane, everything that's going on from a day to day. The 12th house is more so of like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just going to keep faith that it's all going to happen for the best. So that's where you kind of have these conflicting energies here to the core. Critical of those who don't feel and share the same opinions. When we talk about the criticism of Virgo energy, it can critique others that don't have or don't believe in the same way or feel the same way that they feel. Neptune is also about compassion. So it's having compassion for people who don't have the same ideals or have the same thoughts and ideas and things as you, but still being able to come together and act as one, in union with one. Also, too, when we talk about Virgo energy, it can be very black and white. It's either this or that. It's so interesting because it's mutable earth, but it can be very fixed in its mind, very fixed in the way it thinks, very fixed in how things should be and how things should not be, because we are in this physical reality. And a lot of things predicated in this physical reality are predicated as black and white, So we have to definitely remove ourselves from that kind of energy and think, on the higher frequency energy is taking all these ideas and creating a solution. A solution that would be beneficial for the whole thing and not just a sum of one, which Virgo energy is not. But just so we're talking about our higher frequency energy, okay? And then also to what does this say? lower self on computer, lose self on computer, escapism. So if we're talking about this particular generation in itself, this is can be definitely digital. Like I said, it's the media. So losing yourself in front of the computer screen, like I said, overworking, overdoing it. You need to go out and smell the fresh grass. Okay, smell the fresh grass, smell the nature, listen to the goddamn birds. You feel me? With Neptune here. And yeah, make sure you checking in with yourself before you start checking in with everybody else. Okay, to my Neptune and Virgos. All right, we're gonna end this week with Neptune in Scorpio. Okay, so next we'll be doing Neptune in Libra, and we'll be moving it forward. All right, okay, all right, deuces.